So we are in the end of the year, 1 week away from the Crown. I feel like an amazing competition. IBJJF has been doing a great job on balancing like the main competitions of the Grand Slam with the small competitions, the opens that give the athletes the opportunity to train for the big competitions. I think that's really important, especially for the people that are coming up. And also creating these professional events where like you invitational only and you get a prize money. I think it's a before we even start, I think like it's good to congratulate the federation for creating that. I think that we need good platforms to work, right? Like as an athlete, as a Jiu-jitsu academy, it's important for us to have like this type of events happening all the time, so the athletes like, can benefit from that and they can grow from after every event. And I think it grows like the whole Jiu-Jitsu community. So I'm very happy with the stage that Jiu-Jitsu is right now. Just like so many competitions, like different rule sets to gi and no gi growing like very fast. I think it's going to benefit the athletes, going to benefit the fans, going to benefit all the academies, everyone that's a part of the industry.
So I want to talk to you about kind of each of the athletes you have going, because you're bringing quite a squad. I believe one in every weight division,
yes,
right?
Yeah.
Do you want to start just at the heaviest weights with Gutenberg, Pereira?
Yeah, I feel like now I have more experience working with him. Like the beginning of the year was kind of like us understanding like how to work together. Like someone that comes from a different team. As a black belt already, like it's always like I feel like it's always very tricky to understand the person because they already come with like a good understanding of like what their game is or how to compete with a mindset well developed already, and slowly like you need to start implementing the things that you feel make the team successful, and that was my whole mission with him was getting someone that already have like a good level in Jiu-Jitsu, was a good competitor. But being able to implement a lot of our personality, a lot of our style of not only training, but the mindset that we have towards training, towards life, towards competition. And I feel like it's slowly like we are creating that better version that was the goal since the beginning. I feel like he had a very good year. Most of the competitions he was able to dominate. And I feel like we were able to, I was able to change a little bit of what he was doing and how he was thinking in the beginning. But now the more time like I have working with him, I feel like the better the work it's going to be. So I truly believe that has great chances of winning that bracket. He has a very solid game, very good in certain positions that like he's confident at. And yeah, I think every bracket is tough, so I'm not gonna say that for every bracket. Like, like this bracket is super tough. I think they're all tough. Like when you have like an invitational event, like you're gonna have the top competitors in the world for each weight division. So every division is gonna be competitive. But I truly believe that he has what it takes to win the competition.
Then in heavyweight, you have Matheus Rodriguez, who last year I think was an alternate for the crown, right?
Yes.
So he's kind of had some great performances, and now he's in there in this bracket. What do you think about?
I feel with Matheus, like I know him like since he was a kid in the programs and had a lot of success in the lower ranks. And every person like they take like whenever they merge into the black belt, especially when they get a black belt very young, like they're start to figure out like who they are, where they fit better. You know, I think like he went up in weight division as he was growing and maturing too. So like a lot of the athletes, like when they merge into the black belt, they're already in the division that they have been competing. With him, I feel like he had to adjust more the weight division and understand how he feels, like what division he feels like the best competing. And he had a great performance at Worlds. Like he had a very good match against Roberto. I think that was really good for me to see his mindset and his jiu-jitsu being applied in the highest level. I feel like Roberto is a very tough opponent, very dangerous, like very well rounded too. So it's always a good test for the athletes. And Matheus was able to go there and fight really good win against him. The division that he has right now. I think has a lot of great athletes. He competed against most of them or trained with most of them, so we kind of know what to expect and like how the fight's gonna be. If everything goes according to the plan, like I also think like he has a great chance of like winning, and for sure I see Adam as like the biggest like threat for that gold. But Matheus competed against him and did good too. Like was able to do good attacks against him. End up losing some positions. Like in one of their matches, Matheus was able to attack the back, if I'm not wrong, but he lost the position. I just think like now like he understands better what to expect. Adam's very tricky. Like you're in a good position. Eventually, he puts you in the butterfly guard, sweeps you straight to a very tight pass. So I feel like Matheus now has a better understanding of what to expect, and like if he's very aware during the match, he's able to make it happen. That's what we're expecting.
For sure. And just keep going down now. Tainan Dalpra in the middleweight. I feel like this is an interesting one for Tainan. He obviously he won the crown last year, but his last couple of Worlds performances, he lost to Jansen in the finals, and then the Francisco Lowe kind of DQ situation. So this is really like a kind of a big comeback for Tainan in a way, you know.
Yeah, I feel like
say that because he's still always one of the best in the world. But
I feel like for every athlete, sometimes like they go through a phase is that they're not able to display. For some reason, they're not able to display what they're training. I think there was a lot of growth since the Jansen's match, which is was a very competitive match. It was like a one advantage, but I feel like Tainan, in my opinion, has the better jiu-jitsu in that matchup, and like it's totally able to win and do everything that he does to the other people. But it was a bad match for him, but I think he had a lot of growth since then, and I think there were events that happened during this year that did not allow him to really show that. So the Worlds event where like he got disqualified was like he had the level to win. He was like the favorite for that bracket, and like sometimes that type of stuff happens, and it happens to multiple people. Like you see that happening all the time. And it's not that he was like losing one match after the other. It was just like not able to display his level. But he has improved a lot in this last year. And the goal for the next year is to compete every single competition and go for the Grand Slam. And I feel like because of the no-gi transition, we decided not to do that this year. He had some very good matches where like he was able to beat good guys. Like he was able to beat J-Rod, and J-Rod got second at ADCC, having a very competitive match against Giancarlo. So it shows the level that he is. It's just, I feel like right now, I thought this year was not the best. We were not able to create the best opportunities. But I think there is a lot happening. Like he's super young, like he's 24 years old, turned 24 yesterday. And next year, like he will definitely be competing much more. Maybe a little less no-gi, or like use like the no-gi only in the end of the year. But we want to do the Grand Slam next year, and I think that's this competition can be a good start for everything.
Yeah, sure. I can't wait to watch Tainan next year going for the Grand Slam. But
yeah, we'll be good.
And then Diego Pato at featherweight.
Yeah.
So obviously Pato has been kind of riding a high, you know, having a great year. Won the Worlds again, you know, but also doing great, no-gi, everything. How do you think Pato does in this crown bracket?
I feel he's the favorite for sure. Like he is a very dangerous opponent for, it doesn't matter if he's light feather or feather. Like he is very strong, very flexible, experienced to like compete against the majority of the opponents in the bracket, and competed against every single top athlete in these two weight divisions. I think that adds a lot to his experience. Whenever you are new in the division, you kind of have to figure out as you go. Whenever you have been there for a couple years and you experience a lot of that, I feel like you build your confidence with all those experience. So he is in that stage where there's not a lot of surprises for him. It's just a matter of like putting the work, like training, and being able to display that in the competition. So I truly believe that he is the favorite, and if everything goes according to the plan, like he will win that. Yeah.
Sure. And then you have two female athletes who are training here today, Maria and Janaína,
Yes.
right? Both competing. What do you think
Yes.
about there?
I feel like both of them, like they're new to the team, but like they had a very good transition where I say like they were easily like they easily fit in the gym. Like they were like super like outgoing with like asking questions and being a part of the class. Like I feel like a lot of times when you get an athlete that's very shy and stays in the corner, like it's kind of hard to create that connection and figure out like what they need and like how you can help them. But they were both very easy to work, and I think talking about Maka first, I think she was the person that gave Gabi Peçanha the biggest challenge this year. She had a very competitive match against Gabi Peçanha at Jiu-jitsu Khan. She lost by one advantage, but she was attacking a lot. She did an overhead sweep that went out of bounds that like was really good for her, made her look really good. So I think Gabi Peçanha is for sure like the favorite for that bracket, and has been showing that throughout like the whole black belt career. But if there is somebody that can like stop her, I feel it's Maka, especially after watching them in their last performance. I think it's important for her to be confident, to be with the game like well prepared, because Peçanha is a very tough opponent, like very I think very smart with the strategies too, like does not expose herself much during the match. I feel like Maka has a great team that it's giving her the guidance that she needs to grow as an athlete, and I think that's the most important, right? Like you need to train hard, yes, of course, but at the same time, it's important for you to create that environment around you that's giving you the guidance that you need, giving you that like building your confidence, and I'm able to do that with her. Like I'm showing her slowly that she belongs to the top, and she will eventually like she will get there. Like I hope like she can show that at the crown.
For sure. And then Janaína, any specific thoughts on her division?
Yeah, Luisa just pulled out, right? So like I feel
replaced by Gabby McCall.
Yes. Also another world champion that it's a tough. I feel like that Luisa was for sure like the most experienced in the bracket. I feel like every single girl there is a lot of like newcomers too that are always hungry to go there and build their name. Janaína is like, I feel like she has a lot of potential, and like watching her training and comparing it with what I saw in the competitions, like she did not display what she's capable of yet in the competition. So I truly believe that she can go out there and like just smash everybody, like have a great performance, like beating everybody. It's just a matter of like being able to connect herself to the competition. Like she trains like that in the academy, and I have been pushing her to do that, like to just go there and like give everything. She's very strong for the division. She is very tough too. She's that type of person that it doesn't matter what scenario you put her in the match, she will fight for the position. And I think like she can, she in my eyes, whenever I look at the bracket, like she's the favorite in the bracket, especially understanding the level that she brings to the training room. So yeah, I hope like she can display that in the competition and show everybody like this level that I'm talking about. Nice. Okay.
Would you want to give just like make sure you guys tune in November 17th to watch AOJ, take over the crown? Would you want to give something like that kind of a sign off?
Yeah, I feel like just to finish, like. We are in a phase as a team, and I'm in a phase as a professor and leader where I feel like we are growing. Like the team is growing. Like I'm growing as a leader, and there's a lot of good things happening. A lot of like people joining the team. A lot of like, and a lot of good results to everywhere, like kids, juveniles, like lower belts, black belts, like new black belts coming to the team. And for a lot of people, like it can look like very overwhelming because there's a lot going on. But like once you enter the academy and you experience the environment, I feel like everything fits. Like it's something that it's naturally happening, right? Like for so many years we invested in the kids program, juvenile program, that right now we're in a stage where that's like I feel like that's almost like happening by itself, like without putting a lot of effort into it. Like the people that we created in the beginning that now are our champions are also the leaders of the programs, and like I think like everything is coming like full cycle, and it's a very fun moment for me because it allows me to travel to competitions with the team. It allows me to be able to explore different things, and I'm happy for that because I think like as a leader, like you don't want to feel stuck doing something, like only one thing, whenever you can do a lot. I feel like for me, like I'm that stage where like I feel this freedom to be able to like touch many different areas and be able to help more people, and that's making me very proud of my work. So I just came back from Paris Nogi, where we have like a great performance. Like Cole was able to dominate the featherweight division, and in the last couple competitions, like at Pan Kids, like the kids team, like destroyed, like with like only one academy were able to get to the podium and compete against a lot of the big teams. So I'm just happy. Like it's good to, as an athlete, as a leader, like every time we were thinking about our career, it's important to take a break and sit down and try to look back and appreciate everything that's happening. Because I think everything is a fruit of our work, right? Like the decisions that we make. So when we started AOJ 12 years ago, there was a plan, there was a goal to live everything that we're living right now. And I think to me, like it's very joyful to look back and see that like my young self like dreamed all of this, and it's finally happening, you know. And like I have the same attitude that I had in the beginning. I still building, thinking about the things that I feel like I can accomplish, and I'm sure like 5 years from now, like we're gonna be sitting and talking about the accomplishments again, and so everything that I do now, all the effort that I put right now into the team and to build everything that we're building, like will pay off like in the future. So a message for everyone that's building their career as an athlete, a kid that is starting in Jiu-jitsu. Everything that you do in the present will reflect in the future. All the good things, all the bad things that you do, they will reflect somehow and will build your future version. Just make sure that you do everything thinking about that future version. Like don't disappoint yourself. I think a lot of times, like we as a young athlete or even just as a young person, like we are not very thoughtful about the future, about the things that are gonna happen to us 5 years from now or 10 years from now. But I have been teaching and guiding like the young athletes here to have this type of mindset. Like if you're mature with your thoughts, if you're on your 20s, but you have that vision and that mindset of someone that is on their 30s or 40s, like you're gonna, I feel like you're gonna be able to achieve a lot of things very early in your life. And that's what I feel like when I look the whole generation that we are able to watch now, all these great athletes, the ones that have this type of mindset that they're very mature for their age, they're very professional for their age. When you look back, you see that their younger version was already super mature. You see guys like Tainan, you see guys like Mika, you see like this type of people, like they're like Cole, like their young self was already super mature, was already super professional, was already like doing the work. They're just harvesting everything now. So for all I know that we, especially the AOJ team, inspire a lot of young people, a lot of kids, a lot of parents. Like, be very thoughtful about that. The same way that you like you dedicate yourself to your family, you dedicate yourself to the things that you do daily, you love, like do that for the plans that you have in the future, like for thinking about like you're building something that will provide a good ground for you. And I think that's a good message that everyone can, I think, can take, and will help them to achieve things faster, especially in their career. And yeah, like the crown will be an amazing competition. I'm very happy for having this opportunity, like one person in each division. I think it's incredible. I really believe that AOJ can be like the main team there, take over the event. I'm very happy to watch all the athletes having this opportunity to display their work, and I want to invite everyone to Ning and enjoy the show. I think as a jiu-jitsu fan myself, like every time I'm not a part of a competition, I'm always watching. I go there and I watch it online because I want to continue to improve myself. Like the more jiu-jitsu you're able to watch, the more you study, the better you get. And as a leader, I do the same thing. Like I'm not thinking about my competition as an athlete, but I'm thinking about my competition with myself as a leader and like gaining knowledge. And there's no better way than watching the new generation and see the level that we have. Will be an amazing competition, and I'm sure that we're gonna have a lot of great matches.
Awesome.
Thank you
so much, Gui.
Thank
Look forward
you.
to watching AOJ
Thank you.
at the Crown.
Yeah, see you guys there.